Hey guys, JKG here, back with another One Punch Man video, and today will be another LSSR Ultra Ultimates. This is part 2, so I already did a part 1 where I ended at bomb. So this time round I wanted to add a few more things, but first, before I start, let me thank Mikha for the details of some Ultra Ultimates which I couldn't find. So yeah, click this link below. I will be uploading this Google slide onto my description below, so you guys can go and take a look. So this will be a clickable link. You can go there to access the Excel sheet where all the details of all the ultimates and the Ultra Ultimates are there. So one other thing that I added that wasn't here in the previous video was ratings. So I actually gave some ratings of whether I think this keepsake is good or not. I also actually hyperlinked the skills and details videos to each of the thumbnails, so you guys can go and take a look as well. But yeah, let me just go through all the keepsake. Starting from Gyoro, because currently Gyoro's comeback banner is coming out. I'm recording this on the 12th of July. So Gyoro comeback will be coming out, which means that his keepsake or her keepsake will be coming out as well next week. So I think let me just start from here. Okay, so first one to go through will be Gyoro. Okay, let's take a look at his Ultra Ultimate. So when you get the keepsake, his damage or its damage will be increased from 110% to all units to 140%, so 30% increase. Reduce enemy max HP from 15%, it becomes 25%, which is actually pretty decent. I gave it a 3.5. Actually can be about 4, closer to 4. But if you're free to play, I think I would suggest skipping, because there are better keepsakes out there, which we'll get into later on. But for Gyoro, I think it's not really necessary to get his keepsake. Yeah, I think this is maybe a 4 out of 5 instead of 3.5. Not sure why I put 3.5. Okay. Okay, so 4 out of 5. Let's move on to next month. Okay, Genos. His Ultra Ultimate is damage equal to the percentage of his max HP, so it's 24% without the keepsake, and with keepsake it will be 32%, which is actually pretty high. The burn damage increases as well from 70% to 90%, and reduce own HP. So when you use the ultimate, you actually gain this so-called penalty. You will have a 30% decrease of your own HP. It decreases to 20%. I think when it just released, it was like 50 or 60%, so it was pretty bad, but it got buffed. So currently it's really good. So the keepsake, I think, is pretty solid as well. But if you are free to play, I would also suggest that you skip, because Black Shuriken tickets are really hard resource to come by. So I would only use it for things that are really worthwhile. Okay, up next will be RMG. So RMG's ultimate gains you lifesteal from 50% to 70%, and the ult damage increases from 500% to 600%. So the lifesteal is only an increase of 20%, but because the ultimate damage increases as well, so this percentage is actually a lot bigger than we think. So for this, I will give it a 4.5. And yeah, I would say this is one keepsake that you can consider getting. Pretty solid keepsake. It was released in anniversary for purchase in a pack, so I'm not sure whether it will still be available in her return banner. I hope so. If not, then that's too bad. Yeah, but personally I actually won't go for her because I'm saving up for another character, which we'll get into soon. Okay, so Watchdog Man, the Ultra Ultimate. So the ultimate actually is similar to Genos. The damage is equal to a percentage of his max HP, so increases from 25% to 30%. The energy seal also increases from 2 to 3. So yeah, I give this about a 4 out of 5. But I will also skip this because of what's coming next month. Okay, so next month. Awaken Tatsu. So she should be out in about 1st August. So if you are watching this on the first day of upload, then she will be out in about 2 weeks plus. Yeah, definitely gonna get her because she will be one of the best units in the game until like SSR Plus comes along. So Awaken Tatsu, damage increase from 150 to 180%. And the force field dot increases from 160 to 220. So damage from the ult increases by 30%. And this dot increases by 60%. So because the ult targets all units, so this is essentially about 90% increase times 6. So that's yeah, it's almost about 500+% increase of damage that you can potentially do, which is pretty insane. So I actually gave this a 5 out of 5 because to me Tatsu's main kit is ridiculous damage. So to buff up her damage even more, I think personally I'll be going for her keepsake. And free to play, I would also suggest getting her keepsake as well. She's really strong. Yeah, she can also potentially 1v5 or 1v6 your opponents because of her heal as well. So not only she has crazy damage, she can also have she also has a self-sustain. Yeah, so she can heal yeah, crazy strong. Okay, SSR Armai Mask. Ultra Ultimate increases the ally heal from 100% to 150%. And the ally speed increase from 90% to 95%. It's actually not that bad because the ultimate doesn't use up any energy. So I think potentially it's really good, but because it came right after Awaken Tatsu, I would assume that most people won't have any Black Shuriken tickets left. So yeah, the ratings I'm not just giving it based on the ultimate itself, but also based on who's coming next or who's coming before. So I think if you are gonna get keepsakes, Armai is not really a priority. Yeah, so I gave him a 3.5. Actually, he'll be about a 4 as well. Okay, let me change. Sometimes I'm writing this like doing PowerPoint slides when I'm really tired, so not really thinking that much. Yeah, but now that I think about it, I think it's about 4. Yeah, because ally speed increase is also pretty important. Yeah, but because Sonic will be coming out in just a few months, so he might be pushed off. Like he might not be that frequently used anymore, so he's not getting a higher rating, and yeah, that's why I'm saying he's a skip. Okay, let's move on to Drive Knight. Okay, so Drive Knight's ultimate base damage increases from 120 to 150%. The force field dot increases by 60% as well, from 160 to 220%. The bite, this damage is pretty high, so it increases from 240% to 330%. So his keepsake is actually really solid. It increases his damage output by a lot, but because I'm guessing that free-to-play players most likely won't have Drive Knight, because compared to other LSSRs on the list, like those before and those after, I think he is a easy skip. And why? Because next month will be Bomb. So Bomb is a must-have, which is why I say, I think in my limited schedule release video, I said that DK should be skipped because Bomb is coming out right after. So as a core unit, he's of course a must-have, and currently Tenacity teams are like a meta, so even more used than Gyoro right now. Yeah, so Bomb core is really strong. Ultra Ultimate increases damage from 195 to 240%. The heal effect reduction, so he can lessen your opponent's heal, which is why Gyoro is like he kind of counters Gyoro core as well. Yeah, because he can reduce their heal from 45 to 65%. Yeah, I think his keepsake is actually really good, and I would say you can consider because everyone should have him. So even F2P players should have him. So if you want to save up for his keepsake, I wouldn't say that it's a mistake. Yeah, I think it will be pretty solid as well. Okay, so up until this point, I think in my previous video I already covered the effects of the ultimates and the ultra ultimates. So from here on out, it will be all new stuff. And yeah, once again, I want to give a shout out to Mikha here. And also, I want to give a shout out to my members. So currently, I have 2 members in my channel, Payne and Drew Miguel Guinto. So thanks to these 2 guys. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it helps me to kind of support what I'm doing right now. And yeah, if you guys want to support me as well, click on that join button below. Yeah, and I'll give you guys a shout out either in the middle or at the end of my videos. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so from my previous video, even though these are not really LSSRs, there are still people commenting like, where are these characters, what are their ultra ultimates, so I'm just gonna include them here. So first off is G4. He's actually kind of an LSSR because he's pretty limited. He's only available in the Battle Pass, and in the Chinese server he's also available in the 2nd anniversary banner. So I think this might be one of the characters that the least people have, other than Melzigard. Yeah, even I don't have Melzigard right now in my main account. Okay, so what his Ultra Ultimate does, so it's a single target attack. The damage increases from 240 to 300%. And the shatter damage, so the shatter damage increases from 30% to 40%. So yeah, when your opponent is under shatter, the extra damage that they receive increases from 30 to 40. And also weakens the target. The weaken increases from 25 to 45%. Which is I think okay, but it's a single target attack, so the shatter is really not that big of a deal when you have characters like Flashy Flash, Atomic, Golden Ball who can do AoE shatter. This single target shatter doesn't really matter. And the weaken is okay, I guess, but I would just give it a 3 out of 5. And for free to play, easy skip. I'm not even sure how you get the keepsake other than like maybe claw machine events or something like that. Okay, next up, another pretty new character. In the C server, he was just added to the elite recruitment pool, so I'm guessing not a lot of people have him as well. So his Ultra Ultimate increases damage from 195% to 240%, so it's the same as Bomb. It actually increases the force field duration from 1 round to 2 rounds. And the force field damage over time, the dot, also increases from 160% to 180%. I think it's about a 3.5. It's just okay. Free to play, I would say can consider because he's in the elite recruitment pool. So if his keepsake ever comes out, it will be in events, not like Black Shuriken ticket banner, so you can consider getting. So if it's in the claw machine event, it will cost about 16k gems, about 17,000, like 16.8k to be exact, for a guaranteed keepsake. So if that ever comes out, I think it will be a pretty okay choice to get. Yeah, so do note that his passive doesn't stack with Vaccine Man, or I think the Awakened Vaccine as well, so if you want to get keepsake for him, then make sure you build him right. Like you build him better than your Vaccine Man. Because if your Vaccine Man is better, then probably no point getting this. Yeah, so that was CHOZE, and then let's move on to the LSSRs, which I haven't talked about in my previous videos. Starting with Suiryu. So Suiryu was released on the 1st of January, so for us it should be about December. His Ultra Ultimate increases his ultimate damage from 120 to 150%. The base damage, so it attacks the back row. What is strong about this is the damage per byte stack. So it increases from 160% to 240%, an 80% increase in the stack. I think it can stack up to 1 time. So the ultimate damage will be about 150 plus 240, so there's about 390% to the back row, which is actually quite high. And when it lands a crit on the target, it weakens their attack by 30%. That is the added effect of the keepsake. This is actually pretty solid. I will give it a 4, or maybe closer to 4.5. But I will still say skip, because he will be coming right after Bomb. So I'm guessing not many people will have him if you guys are going for Bomb, and if you guys went for his keepsake as well. So if you guys don't summon for him, then of course you won't get his keepsake. Yeah, so for free-to-play players, I'm guessing he won't be in your priority, even though he's actually a really good combo with Bomb, because he provides tenacity. He gets a bite stack with tenacity, and his basic attack gives tenacity, and Bomb Core also gives tenacity, so they actually combo pretty well together. Yeah, but if you don't have enough black tickets, then yeah, you probably won't have him. Okay, moving on. Speed of Sound Sonic. The Outlaw Sonic. So Ultra Ultimate increases his damage by quite a lot. It's a single target attack, so the damage increases from 600% to 750. Quite a significant increase. And then extra damage based on enemies' max HP, so this damage counts as a bite damage, like a stacking damage. The damage based on enemies' max HP increases from 60% to 80%, and this extra damage cap increases from 600 to 800% of Sonic's attack. So potentially, single target, you can actually do up to 1.5k % damage, which is actually about the same as SSR+Boros. Yeah, so this keepsake is actually pretty insane, and also increases the continuous heal by 10% from 50 to 60%. So yeah, I'll give this a 4.5 because of how many things it actually changes, and because I think Sonic is quite a important hero or unit that you can get, that you probably need to get because of the speed increase, and he has the highest speed in the game. So yeah, I think if you didn't actually go for Bomb, so personally I would actually go for Tatsu, and then after that I would save for either Sonic or Gale Wind. Oh, is that a spoiler? But yeah, either Sonic or another character. Yeah, but I'm not sure whether I have enough time to save up, because Black Shuriken tickets are really hard to come by. Okay, next up is Awakened Vaccine Man. Damage from 150% to 180%. The Force Field Dot increases from 160 to 230, so a 70% increase. I will give this a 3.5 out of 5 maybe. And for free to play, I would say skip. If you are free to play, you probably won't even go for this. I would suggest sticking with the normal Vaccine Man, or maybe even CHOZE, because they are easier to upgrade. Like, you get the free Vaccine Man shards in the shop, whereas if you are free to play, you get 1 copy of him at 2 stars, and you have to use your orange shards, upgrade him to 3 stars, and then you have to grind until 5 stars in the Extreme Challenge. That is a really tedious path to go. So if you are free to play, I probably wouldn't suggest going for him. So obviously the keepsake, you wouldn't have it as well. Okay, Gale Wind is up next. At this point, it will be near the 2nd year anniversary. So the Ultra Ultimate increases the damage from 200% to 260%. The stun actually increases from 2 enemies to 3 enemies. So if you guys don't know, for the first 2 turns, his ultimate actually stuns 2 random units. So if you have the keepsake, it stuns 3 random enemy units, which is essentially half the team. And if I'm not wrong, it doesn't get affected by hit percent. So accuracy doesn't matter, it's a 100% chance to stun. So 3 enemies, that's taking out half the team. So if you run him very fast, you can disable half of the opponent's team just like that. Really, really strong. So yeah, it increases only like this. Like the effect is not a lot, but I would give this a 4.5. And if you have him, I would say go for him. Yeah, so probably for me, after Bomb, I would save for Sonic and then Gale Wind. If I have enough, yeah. So I probably have to buy a lot more R&D packs. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I haven't bought it today. Yeah, I've actually been getting the 12 tickets quite a few times. Okay, let me continue first. So next up will be Hellfire. Trash hero, don't even pull for him. I think he's just a buffer because up next we'll be getting SSR+. So this will be like, this is just a lousy unit so that we can save our tickets. Yeah, because he's really, really bad. So what he does is, when I phrase it like this, it looks like a Watchdogman or Genos ultimate, but this is actually 30% of the enemy's max HP. Which means that no matter how much damage you have, you can only do up to 30% of your enemy's max HP. So if the keepsake increases to 40%, but that's not even half of the opponent's HP, so that is pretty bad. And then damage cap increases from 30% to 40%. So the ultimate damage you can only do up to 30% of your own max HP. Yeah, so if the keepsake increases to 40%, which is not even a lot. Oh, I got 3 black tickets. Not bad. I don't think... Can you see? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I got 3 black tickets. Not too bad. How many tickets do I have now? The Watchdogman banner is actually still live for 6 more hours, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pull for that. Gonna listen to what my wife said. So yeah, I'll save for Tatsu. And yeah, Ultra Ultimate for Hellfire, pretty trash. 1 out of 5. Yeah, free to play. You shouldn't even pull for him, so much less his keepsake. Okay, moving on. SSR+. Okay, so Hellfire is the last LSSR, which is a shame because he's so bad. But SSR+ is coming after that. So yeah, you have 1 more extra month to save your tickets for this. Because as of right now, he's a must-have because of how strong he is. And also his base stats and stuff. So let's take a look at what his Ultra Ultimate does. So he attacks all to 50% of your attack, which is really high because of his increased base stats. So his base attack is actually higher than normal SSRs. So 250% of his attack is crazy high, and with the keepsake increases to 300%, which is yeah, really, really good. Decreases enemies max HP by 20. And with keepsake it increases to 30%. Yeah, this is also really solid skill as well. So it kind of negates like max HP increasing effects like Watchdog or Gyoro. Not really negate, it's 30%. Gyoro, how much is it? Oh wait, I think Gyoro is only like 25%. Yeah, so this pretty much negates it. Not to mention his other skills like his passives and stuff. negates a lot of other things as well, but I'm not gonna go into that. If you want to, you can go to the Google slide I link below and then click on this thumbnail. Yeah, so when you are in presentation mode, you can just click on the thumbnail and it will link you to the video. Yeah, so let's go back. Okay, so I will give this 4 out of 5 because it can be about 4.5 actually, but because his damage is really ridiculous, you don't necessarily need this to like kind of 1-hit KO like PvE content or stuff like that. Yeah, just by itself, I think it's already really good. Yeah, I will still say skip. Okay, so Bakuzan, I actually don't know how his keepsake, how to get his keepsake because I didn't really see. Maybe it's in the packs that you can buy, but I didn't manage to get it. So what his Ultra Ultimate does, he increases the damage per stack from 200% to 300, and the stacks, your ultimate will does 2 stacks of damage, and there's a 40% chance that it will do 3 stacks, but with the keepsake it will be a static 3 stacks, so it's essentially 900% damage to 2 units, which is pretty good for a free to play unit. I know Boros is like 1.5k, but he shares the damage between 2 units. So this is actually essentially higher. Also ignores effects like tenacity and whatever shields. So yeah, this one I've seen one-shotting enemy units quite a lot. If you never saw it, I'll link the Chinese server meta video up here. You guys can go and see how strong monster form Bakuzan is. Yeah, so his keepsake I would say is a 5 out of 5. Definitely try to get it. I'm not sure how. When he comes to C server, we'll know. But I think I missed it out on the Chinese server. Yeah, maybe you have to buy, I'm not sure. But if the keepsake is free to play friendly, then definitely get it. Because he'll be a free unit, everyone should have him. Assuming C server follows what the Chinese server did. Yeah, then he should be free. He should be able to get from event, as you can see from the background here. Just have to collect points and stuff, and then you can exchange for him. Okay, last but not least, the latest SSR Plus to drop, Awakened Boros. So after seeing him in action in live clash, I would say Bakuzan might be even better. To make him really strong, you need really crazy gears with a lot of crit and like top tier gears to make him strong. So if you are free to play, I would say maybe not go for him. But if you want to know what the keepsake does, his Ultra Ultimate will increase the damage from 1.3k to 1.5k, and there's also an additional effect, so it increases the crit damage of this attack by 40%. So this is not a guaranteed crit. It just says that if you do land a critical, then the crit damage will be increased by 40%. So that means you have to build him with a lot of crit rate as well. Which is why I say he needs high quality gear to be strong. Yeah, which is why if you have seen the live clash video, you will see that Boros is actually underperforming. Like Bakuzan looks like it's better because live clash doesn't have all these high quality gears that you can equip. So we are seeing a really base form of Boros which looks pretty weak. Yeah, so his keepsake is actually quite strong. Maybe not 4.5. I'm not sure why. Yeah, not sure why I put 4.5. Maybe just a 4. Essentially, it's just 200% increase in damage. So if you share it with another ally in your column, it's actually just 100% increase. And then the added effect only matters if you manage to land a crit. So yeah, 4 out of 5 is pretty generous. I wanted to give it like 3.5. So yeah, I think that's about all for the video. I forgot to put the end screen. So yeah, this slide I will link it below. in the description along with the Excel sheet from Mikha, so go and check those out. And yeah, once again, shout out to Mikha and then my 2 members, Payne and Drew Miguel Quinto, for joining my channel to be a member. And yeah, if you guys want to support me, you can go and click that join button below as well. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out at the end of my video. And yeah, if you like my video, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe my channel. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.